Day 10. When peace feels far away. I'm Avery, and welcome to Daily Grace. This season, we're walking through a series called Trust, a steady return to God. Take a slow breath. Let your shoulders soften for a moment. Wherever you are listening from today, allow yourself to settle into this small space of quiet. You do not have to force anything right now. You do not have to manufacture peace. You only need to be here. Some days feel calm inside. The mind is steady. The heart is light. Those days make trust feel easy. But many days do not feel that way. There are mornings when the mind feels crowded, thoughts move quickly, worries show up without invitation, peace feels distant, almost like something you can see far away but cannot quite reach. It is easy to assume something is wrong in those moments. We may wonder if our faith is weak or if trust has somehow slipped away. But trust was never meant to depend on constant emotional peace. Feelings move, they rise, they settle, they return again. Trust is something deeper than the shifting surface of emotion. Trust is the quiet choice to remain aware of God's presence, even when the heart feels unsettled, even when calm has not arrived yet. Scripture speaks gently to this reality. In Isaiah 26:3, we read, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you." This verse is often misunderstood. It can sound like a promise that peace will always feel strong, but the verse speaks about something steadier and reminds us that a mind that remains turned toward God, not a mind that never feels anxious, not a heart that never feels unsettled, simply a mind that keeps returning again and again. Trust is not proven by how calm you feel. Trust is revealed in where you return when peace feels far away. Sometimes trust looks very quiet. It looks like a small breath in the middle of a tense afternoon. It looks like a whispered prayer that barely forms into words. It looks like continuing to believe God is near even when the heart is restless. There was a day not long ago when I felt this myself. Nothing dramatic happened, but the day felt heavy. The mind would not slow down. Small worries kept circling, one thought after another. I remember sitting in a quiet room hoping the feeling would pass, but peace did not arrive right away. The room was still, the moment was quiet, yet inside things still felt unsettled. And for a moment I wondered if something was wrong. Then another thought gently surfaced. Peace is not something we force, it is something we grow into. And sometimes trust simply means staying present while the heart slowly settles. So I sat there a little longer, not trying to fix the moment, not trying to push the feeling away, just sitting, just breathing, just remembering that God was there too. And slowly, very slowly, the pressure inside began to soften. Not because I solved anything, not because every worry disappeared, but because I stopped expecting peace to arrive instantly. Trust gave the moment in the room to breathe. Many people quietly carry this experience. You can love God deeply, you can pray sincerely, and still have days where peace feels far away. That does not mean you have lost trust. It simply means you are human. Trust does not demand perfect emotional calm. Trust invites you to remain steady while your emotions move, like standing on solid ground while waves move across the water. The waves are real, but they are not the ground beneath your feet. Your feelings matter. They deserve gentleness, but they do not determine whether God is present. They do not decide whether trust is still alive in your heart. God remains steady. Even when the mind feels crowded, even when the heart feels tired, even when peace has not fully arrived yet. So if today feels unsettled for you, that is okay. If your thoughts are louder than you would like, if calm feels distant, you are not outside of trust. You are simply in the middle of being human. And God is still here, quietly steady, quietly patient, quietly near. Trust sometimes grows in these exact moments, not in perfect calm, but in returning quiet, returning your attention, returning your heart, returning your awareness of God's presence again and again and again. You do not have to rush your heart into peace. Peace has its own gentle pace. Trust is simply remaining where God already is. And He is here, even now, even in this moment, even when peace feels far away. And slowly over time, the heart learns something steady. God's presence does not disappear when emotions rise. His steadiness does not depend on how calm we feel. Trust grows as we continue returning to that truth. May you move through this day gently. May you remember that trust does not have to rush. God is steady, and you are still being held. Until next time, this is Avery.